Why some people stay calm under pressure. In a moment of crisis, when chaos erupts, some people do not become more agitated. They become still, their voice lowers. Their movements become deliberate. This is not about courage, and it is not a lack of fear. It is a sign of a specific mental mechanism activating. The common assumption is that these individuals are fearless, naturally resilient, or perhaps just emotionally detached. They are seen as the anchors in a storm, the ones who are built differently. We admire their composure, believing it to be a conscious choice or a sign of superior control. But this outward calm is a misinterpretation of an internal process that is far more automatic than it is heroic. What is actually happening is a form of cognitive narrowing. When the brain is overwhelmed by high-pressure stimuli, its defense is not to expand awareness, but to aggressively contract it. It filters out non-essential information, the rising panic of others, the secondary noises, the future implications. All of it is temporarily gated out to reduce cognitive load. Attention is redirected from the overwhelming emotional data to the immediate, mechanical task at hand. Their emotional response is not absent, it is deferred. The mind triages incoming data, prioritizing only the variables required for the next action. This creates the external appearance of stillness, when internally it is a state of intense, narrow, and often exhausting focus. The advantage of this response is clear: functional thinking when others are incapacitated by emotion. It allows for methodical problem-solving in an emergency. The trade-off, however, is a delayed emotional reckoning. The fear, the shock, the gravity of the situation, it is not erased, it is simply placed in a queue. It will arrive later, often in a quiet, mundane moment when the crisis is over. This leads to a sudden and often private emotional crash, hours or days after the event. This disconnect between the event and the reaction can be deeply isolating. Over time, this pattern shapes a person's life and relationships. They are often designated the crisis manager, the reliable one, the person who handles things well. This role is frequently assigned to them without their consent, creating an unspoken expectation of constant emotional stability. In personal relationships, this can create a subtle but persistent distance. A partner may interpret their calm during a conflict as a lack of care or emotional investment, not understanding that the feeling is simply being held back, waiting for a safer moment to be processed. They are often perceived as strong, but rarely as needing support. The calmest person in the room is not feeling less than everyone else. In many cases, they are simply feeling it on a different timeline. Their stillness is not a sign of emptiness. It is the quiet intensity of a mind that has put emotion on hold in order to function. It is a waiting room.